This is Formula One.
Here we go then, moments away from the start of the first ILR race on Xbox. Here come the lights. It's raining here down under. Who will be reigning supreme come the finish? It's lights out and away we go. It's a good start off the grid from the 4 centimetre of Danny. Is he going to hold on into turn 1? It looks like it. No problem at all. A wall of spray as he approaches the first corner. But Danny holds the lead. The timing screens are totally messed up for me. I don't know about you, but it is. Alonso pulling alongside now of Danny as he goes down towards turn 3. But I think Danny is going to hold on. There's contact there. And off the track goes Danny. Alonso, I think, has got wing damage. He does on the left end plate. Disastrous start. And Joe moves ahead with Rosberg and V6 Racing. Oh, but Rosberg all over the back of Joe and having a look up the inside in the penultimate turn of all places. You very rarely see a move there. Now, round the final corner, Joe still just about holding on. And Alonso has been dropped with that front wing damage. He's got slight left end plate damage and he's beginning to struggle.
Well, Rosberg is still P2, looking for a move. Shutting the door is Joe. Can he get through Rosberg? It's side by side with him as they come in towards turn 4. He's going to get squeezed out by the Red Bull. But that's clean and fair racing, I feel, from the both of them.
Rosberg seemingly has cut the gap down to 1 and a bit tenths, and he's having a look up the inside. Here he goes, slithering through into the lead of the Australian Grand Prix. Goes Rosberg. He's been trying that. That's a second or third time he's going to look up the inside, and finally it's worked out for him. He takes the lead away from Joe, who's left floundering down in second place.
Absolutely, Rosberg was not stopping that Mercedes down in towards turn 3 there. He was absolutely on it. Joe was always closing the door. It was tightening, but he just got his car in through and he stayed past him as well. As V6 is in for a spin in P4, but he's kept it all together and the Toro Rosso of Apex is through.
Yeah, and it's not worked out for Merso. He ended up clipping the sliding V6 Racing driver, and now Merso's got front wing damage as well, so all chaos breaking loose there. And absolute havoc. Merso really struggling, and that's now going to allow Verstappen to pull alongside him. Verstappen easily passes him with no problem at all. Up into 6th place now for the youngster, who is battling with Verstappen on the exit of turn 1. Look at this. Mike Marshall, as you said, he's been in the thick of it. He's been enjoying life out there, hasn't he? And now he fancies a little nibble at Bailey. He goes side by side with him into turn 3. They're banging wheels and running wide goes Marshmallow, but he's going to have the inside. Does he have the traction? Does he have the grip to make the move into turn 4? It looks like he does. Up onto the car goes Bailey, and Mike Marshmallow is through. That was beautiful racing, wasn't it? Just. And Verstappen sliding all over the place, and now under even more pressure. Leopard, who's been basically flying like a leopard. He's just closed about 2 seconds in half a lap. And he's going past him. Look at that. Up into 7th place.
Look at him go as they come towards turn 9 and 10.
Oh, look at that! That's very late. Oh no, that was never on. What was Joe trying there? He taps Rosberg into a half spin, and that was not acceptable. And I think he's going to do the sporting thing and let him back through, which he is. So that might spare him a penalty, but that might just allow Alonso back in. Well, maybe not with that winded car. I don't think he's going to be able to get back into it.
That's no disrespect to him.
Sorry to come across on you there, Rosberg. Very deep into turn 9, and that's allowed Joe to get right onto his tail. They're going almost side by side down towards the high-speed chicane of 11 and 12. But Rosberg, all out of shape, wide on the curve through 9, and thankfully he lives for another day. Or does he? Joe, right up behind him as they go down towards turn 13 and 14. He's going to have to go to the outside. Can he sweep round the outside of Rosberg? Not quite. What about the switchback though? He's going to try. Oh, look at that. Oh, not quite finding his way alongside, and Joe remains in second, remains frustrated, and believe it or not, Alonso is closing in at the moment with that damaged front wing. Yeah, the sure word is here. Apex gets right onto the tail of the Renault of V6 Racing, and look, V6 Racing running wide, and now into the penultimate turn. Apex tries the outside, and you know what? That is a beautiful move from Apex, sweeping right round the outside of the Renault as if he wasn't even there. And now V6 has to get defensive for his teammate, or is he going to let him through? I think that was a tactical manoeuvre and allows Leopard up into 5th place. But what a move from Apex! Round the outside of the penultimate corner. I've never seen that in my life, James. What a move!
Rosberg's in the pits and back out again on super soft tyres. Here we go in the penultimate stages of this Australian Grand Prix.
Joe or Rosberg, who's going to lead this race? Rosberg's very near the end of that pit lane, you know, but he has to get up to speed. Here comes Joe down the start-finish straight. This is going to be very close. Joe has the momentum. Rosberg at the moment, though, has track position as he goes into turn 1. He doesn't have the heat in the tyres, and he runs off the road, as you would expect, and with no heat in the tyres, and Joe gets the undercut to work. with Rosberg sliding off. Joe takes the lead away on lap 19 out of 29. Incredible, the race switches one way, then the other, and back in favour of Joe as Rosberg got all locked up into turn one on his cold tyres, James. It just didn't work at all. It was like an ice rink, wasn't it? To making that move as Hayden runs a little bit deep, struggling and maybe a little on those dry tyres, and now the Sauber is under real threat from the Williams out the final corner. Langman fancies that final point, and Hayden, who's been working so hard to keep it, is going to lose it. Here comes Langman up the inside as he goes into turn one, and through he goes up into 10th place, a point for him. And James, there's nothing more crushing when you put all that effort into your race, when it goes all wrong and you come away with nothing at all, isn't it? Hey, what? Langman has got an awful big train behind him for that final point. Look at this, James. Every single one of those drivers fancies 1 point, and we discussed it earlier on. You don't want to come into a race, do all that practice and come away with nothing. So the 4 guys chasing down Langman will all fancy a look at that point, and look at this. Here goes Danny charging through on Hayden. As Hayden ran wide, Danny swoops in to take 11th, and now, he's coming back as Hayden up the inside. That was opportunistic, and thankfully they do not come together. And now Hayden's under pressure from Morsel, and Morsel goes through, up another place. Hayden dropping like a stone, and now the Polish driver, TSR Bastik's on his tail. Absolute scenes in the lower reaches of the top 10. In fact, just outside the top 10, I should say. Incredible racing. There, and look at this. It's down for 2 points, and Danny on the inside of Langman. Oh, look at that. Incredibly close. We're 3 wide going into the penultimate corner almost. Incredible dueling. Danny holds on and takes 9th away from Langman, and now Langman needs to switch his attention to Morsel because he fancies taking that final point away. What a duel across the start-finish line for the final few points. 5 cars wanting 9th position. This is ILR, everyone. This is why there's so much hype about this league, because it's usually filled with thrilling action, as Gooch has now got himself ahead of Verstappen. And look at this battle for 10th position, and now Langman under pressure again from Danny, from Morsel, but no way through. And Danny, meanwhile, just up in front, running off the road. Round the final corner, he's clinging on for dear life, but I think he's under pressure this time. Morsel pulls alongside in the run down towards turn one. Is he going to make that move stick? And behind the Sauber looking on, but Morsel, is he going to deny Langman? They're banging wheels through turn one, and now that should allow the Sauber to get himself involved as well. Almost 3 wide in the run down to turn 3, and I think Morsel has got the job done. He has. Up he goes into 10th position as Langman and Hayden are now forced to squabble over 11th and 12th.
Yeah, got to watch Bastek behind. He's side by side with Hayden. Around the outside he goes. Can he get to it all on the road? Indeed he can. Look at them side by side as they come towards the end of the first sector. Still side by side, nothing between them. And eventually the McLaren has to yield.
To the first ever ILR1 race on Xbox. Joe versus Rosberg. Who's going to come out on top? I've got no idea, James. Do you?
I've got no idea. Rosberg somehow found it's just 2.5 seconds from nowhere. I don't know where he's found this time. Watch this battle though. This will be, as I said, Titanic. Any words you can use to describe this. I've seen a fair few races on the PS4 side of this league, but I'm sure this would be up there with some of the best of them.
We're in the final corner. What an opening race this has been in ILR1 Xbox. It has been an absolute pleasure. And you know what? Oh my God, it's Joe. It's going to be the man that can take on the plaudits. He wins the first ever ILR race on Xbox. He is the king of Australia. He brilliantly does the job for Red Bull.